Welcome back, guys. Welcome back for a new video. Today we're gonna look at trading cards, the ones that make you scratch your head and say, why they made that? Yeah, they made a lot of trading cards back in the 70s, 80s, hell, even in the 90s. Everything was turning into trading cards. But I kind of stayed away from the 90s and beyond because it became kind of, ooh, let's make something silly and stupid. So kind of took the fun out of it. But in the 70s, they used to promote stuff that I just can't imagine people that were into buying trading cards really wanted to buy. I mean, I can understand kid movies or kid TV shows, but some of these seem to be more for an adult audience or even a teen audience. So I've wasted too much of your time. So let's talk trading cards that make me scratch my head. And I'll say it again, these aren't really in any order. I just wrote down 10 of them. So let's start with number 10. The Gong Show. Now, growing up in the 70s, how could you not love the Gong Show? But I can't imagine buying trading cards for the Gong Show and trying to trade them with my friends and everything. I got a Jamie Farr. I'll trade you my Jamie Farr for your Suzanne Summers. No, I can't see that happening. The guests, they got gonged off, or once the show's over, who cares about the guests? I don't understand who would want these trading cards. Okay, number 9. It's a classic sitcom of the 80s, I guess late 70s and 80s, Three's Company. Now, I give you that, but it was kind of risque. I don't think there was little kids watching this show. They might have been wanting to see Jack trip around. I can understand that. It was kind of funny. I hate when he acted like his brother Tex. Remember that time when he tried to hide behind the couch and act like his twin brother? Hated it. Anyway, this was more maybe teens and young adults were probably really into Three's Company. Again, I can't see them doing trading cards on this, but apparently they did make Three's Company trading cards. I wonder if they had a Mr. Furley or these were just Mr. Roper era. I don't know. A Mr. Furley sticker would have been kind of cool. I have to admit that. And number 8. And this one might run into the 90s, or it might be late 80s. They made trading cards. I think they were called Taff or something. I don't know. They were based on the worst night of television in the late 80s and the early 90s. TGIF Friday. I think it was ABC that showed it. I was nowhere near a TV because I didn't want to accidentally have to watch one of these shows. I wasn't watching no Perfect Strangers. Out of all of them, that was probably the one I would watch out of all of them, but Balky just drove me so crazy I couldn't watch it. What else was it? It was Full House. Gross. I once got a cavity because I watched it by accident. That's how sweet it was. Family Matters. Did I do that? I don't go. It makes me mad even thinking about it. I don't know. What else was there? Was some other shows. There was some other ones, I'm sure. But all of them shows that came on the TGIF Friday, they all got a trading card. Not each show, but it was a pack. You open your pack and you're like, oh my God, I got Full House. What'd you get? Well, look, I got Steve Urkel. Hated all that crap. Yeah, let's go on. I think we're on number 7. And it's a trading card all for one celebrity. Released in the 70s, a trading card called Here's Bo. And you're thinking, all right, trading card all about Bo Duke. No. You're saying, oh no, Junkman, I know what this is. Trading cards about Bo Diddley. No, that would be pretty awesome. Trading cards all about Bo Diddley, that would be pretty awesome. But no, trading cards all about Bo Derek. Now, I met in the 70s. She was pretty hot. Everybody loved Bo Derek. You see that movie 10 with Dudley Moore? She was running on the beach with her braids. We were all excited, but I can't imagine us wanting trading cards of it. Well, maybe some of us that was a little older, too shy to buy those magazines on that rack at the gas station. Maybe then you were buying those trading cards to do something. You know what I mean. But Bo Derek trading cards. Not just a Bo Derek movie, but just Bo Derek all over. Bo Derek trading cards. Number 6. And I'm going to say this one. Pure Lorient cats. I don't know what that is. I don't know what it means. I don't know. But all I know is they took cats, dressed them up, and took photos of them. This is horrible. This should have been number 1 if I was putting these in order. This is stupid. I hate cat videos as it is, but cat trading cards, cats dressed up like cowboys, that just don't really make any sense. How can a cat be a cowboy? Cats from the Victoria area, it just I don't even want to talk about this one anymore. Let's get on with it to number 5. And this is one that's kind of like the TGIF, I guess, of the 70s. There was a lot of cop shows on television, and they released a trading card line called The Cops. You just had all the cops from TV shows. Now, I don't know if this was all one network or what, but you had them all. I mean, you had Columbo, you had probably Kojak, you had Cannon, you had, I don't know, maybe the Rookies. I don't know what was all in the set, but I'm sure you had Ironside. I don't know, Ironside, was he a lawyer or a cop? I don't remember. I don't know, but you had all these cops on the trading card. That's right, it was a weird time in the 70s. You could trade a Telly Savalas for Robert Urich. Okay, number 4. And these are ones that I collected. I like these, to be honest. I just put them in here because it's a little different. Nintendo game packs. Now, these were trading cards. I can't remember if each one was like this, or maybe it was one card per deck, but it was a game. It was like a scratch-off game. It got many of us kids in the 80s hooked on scratch-off lottery tickets in the 90s, I'm sure. But you would have a game like Super Mario 2, and you would scratch it off to see how you could beat the boss. I loved it. It made trading cards a little different. This one should have been on the fun list, because it took a concept of trading cards that was kind of old and stale at the time and gave us a new life to them, made them a little different. I like the Nintendo trading card game. Number 3, let's go back to the 70s. And here's a note from your mother. Welcome by Carter trading cards. I can't believe at times they did so much Welcome by Carter stuff. They did so much stuff for Welcome Back Carter. I can't believe it. You know, I did a video about those punching bag, pop bags that you punch. They made one of that. They made lunch boxes. They made toys, paper dolls. They made everything from that. I know it was a hit show. I just can't imagine kids in that trading card range wanting these. But I could be wrong. But I was spending my money on the Star Wars trading card over a Welcome Back Carter trading card. Even if that means I could have gotten a Gabe Kaplan trading card. Who wouldn't want that? I'll never know. Number 2, trading card I wasn't buying. Village People. Now, I'm not talking about people that live in a village. I'm talking about the 70s one-hit wonder group, Village People. You know, YMCA. I go ahead and say in the comments, they had more than one hit. They had a lot of them. I'll go ahead and fill out the comment section. Tell me how they had a bunch of hits I never heard of. Tell me how they were the disco queens of the 70s. Go ahead. I hate the YMCA song because of them. I don't care nothing about this band. I don't like disco music. So I don't know who was buying trading cards for the Village People. And number one. Now, of course, they made a lot of trading cards based on movies. And they did Jaws trading cards. That's okay. I can see that. Although I think the movie was rated R, I can understand it was a big hit. Then they did Jaws 2 because it was a big hit. But did we really need Jaws 3D trading cards? Oh, you know, the movie with Louis Gossett Jr. in it. I think maybe Dennis Quaid might have been in it. Now, it could have been worse. It could have been Jaws 4 trading cards. I didn't see any of them. But Jaws 3D trading cards. Who was collecting that after seeing the movie? And I went to the theater to see Jaws 3D, and I loved it because it was in 3D. And it was that good 3D, not the 3D you do today. I know they say 3D today is better. No, back in the 80s, you could see stuff coming from behind you like this. It was really coming at the screen like you could touch it. I don't get that with today's 3D movie. I just see really depth. But man, 3D in the 80s, I guess before the 80s, but you know, it was really like coming at you in 3D. And I was a sucker for 3D. Talked about my 3D Star Wars comic books. I remember a magazine, you could order a 3D camera, and I used to always want that. My dad's like, no, you got to send it off for the film and everything. So I never did get it. I bet it was horrible. But I love 3D. But I wouldn't want 3D Jaws trading cards. And I don't know if it was all the cards, but some of the cards you could put on 3D glasses and you get a 3D trading cards. But who wants Jaws 3D trading cards? I just don't know. Anyway, that's a look at 10 trading cards. That just makes me scratch my head and say, why did they make those? Well, let me know. Is there some you remember? I know there's a lot of them I probably left off this list. Remember the masked murder trading cards of the 90s where you could trade with your friends a Jeffrey Dahmer for a Boston Strangler? It's weird. And then you have Desert Storm. Like I said, it got really weird in the 90s. Anyway, let me know what you think about these and maybe some that you had as a kid or saw as a kid that you just thought was weird. Well, thank you for watching. As always, thumbs down on my content. Subscribe to the channel. We'll talk again soon.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.